Okay, how's it folks, and welcome to the 25th episode of my Hogwarts Legacy Let's Play, where we're going to continue on with Sebastian's questline.
What were you and Ominis speaking about?
He's being ridiculous. Apparently Salazar Slytherin had a secret Scriptorium here in Hogwarts. Ominis swears it was used for the dark arts, so he wants nothing to do with it. I reminded him that Anne needs a cure. This Scriptorium could hold the answers we need.
The dark arts do pique my interest.
There's more to dark magic than people realize. The Gaunts know this, better than most. Perhaps I've spoken out of turn. Ominis' family history is personal to him.
I understand. You needn't tell me if you don't want to.
If I were you, I'd be begging for more details.
It's not that I'm not interested, and you can certainly trust me if you want to tell me anything.
Ominis learned dark magic from his parents. Are you familiar with the Cruciatus curse?
Crucio, correct? The Cruciatus curse, also known as the torture curse, inflicts excruciating pain on the victim.
Apparently, his parents and older siblings had no qualms about casting it on muggles for sport. Ominis described the sound of the victim's cries as horrific, so the first time he was asked to cast it himself as a child, he couldn't bring himself to do it. As punishment, his family cast it on him. The anguish was so bad that when asked to cast it again, he relented. I have repeatedly assured Ominis that he did what he had to, but he still hasn't forgiven himself.
How horrible. Poor Ominis. He was only a child. He shouldn't blame himself.
After that incident, the rift between Ominis and his family only grew. That is until I came along. Every moment he isn't at Hogwarts, he's with us in Feldcroft. Ominis trusts me. And more often than not, he winds up listening to me. I'll remind him of that when I follow up about the Scriptorium. Watch for my owl. I'll have news soon enough. I'll make Ominis understand. He'll change his mind.
Okay, so Ominis had the Cruciatus cast on him when he was a kid. Gaunts really were crappy people, even back then. But looks like we're not doing this quest just yet, so let's move on with a different one then. Meet Natty in Lower Hogsfield, maybe?
Wonder who...
I would not want someone like Harlow looking for me, I can tell you that much.
I pressed Ominis regarding Salazar Slytherin's Scriptorium, but my efforts were in vain. Meet me outside the Slytherin common room. We need to talk.
Okay, looks like we are carrying on with Sebastian's quest. We'll meet up with Natty another time. Because I did agree to do Sebastian's quest on this episode, so it does take priority. And Natty's one seems to be focused on Theophilus Harlow, so that could get in its own episode as well. And there are plenty of other side quests in the actual world map to still do as well. So it's not like we have run out of content just yet. Just need to get to the Slytherin common room. Don't think we've been there yet.
nice to see you.
Nope,
my
haven't
young
been here
friend.
yet.
Revelio.
You're here. Brilliant.
I received your owl. What happened with Ominis?
I told him none of us will be able to avoid dark magic forever. So the more we know about Salazar Slytherin and the dark arts, the better prepared we'll be. Unfortunately, only a Gaunt knows the location of the Scriptorium's entrance, and Ominis won't tell me.
Perhaps I should have a chat with Ominis.
You? I suppose it's worth a try. But don't get your hopes up. Ominis is annoyingly stubborn. Nothing new. I know where he is. I'll lead you to him and then leave you to it. Come on. He's this way. Keep an eye out. Never know who's watching. Although that hasn't stopped us before.
Strictly speaking, it has. We were caught.
Damned poltergeist. Such a nuisance.
Oh, that's the bathrooms. There's another moth painting there. Fortunately, it doesn't seem like running makes him go faster.
There he is. Good luck.
Okay.
What are you doing here?
Hello, Ominis. Do you have a moment?
What is it? What have you and Sebastian been up to now?
I owe you an apology, Ominis. I wasn't honest with you before about the Undercroft. Sebastian did show it to me. He wanted me to have a safe place to practice some spells, to try and catch up to the other 5th years. He didn't think you'd mind.
I suppose that makes sense. It's just Sebastian's been pestering me lately about something and I'm frustrated with him.
Don't tell me he's still going on about, what was it, a Scriptorium?
He told you about that.
He did. We were talking about Hogwarts founders and he mentioned it. Wouldn't say much more, though.
Yes, well, he seems to think it contains the answer to saving Anne. I think it's likely full of dark magic that is better left untouched.
Wait, you've never been inside?
Of course not. I only know about it because of my favorite aunt, Noctua. She thought like I do. Didn't agree with the family on the use of dark magic. In fact, she'd hoped to convince my family that there was more to Salazar Slytherin than worshipping pureblood status. She'd heard of this Scriptorium and thought its contents might shed some light on him. She even found the secret entrance in this very corridor. She wrote regularly to my father about her efforts to gain access, and then she simply vanished. No one else ever tried to enter.
I'm sorry about your aunt. Don't you want to find out what happened to her?
Aunt Noctua went down this path with good intentions and lost her life. I don't want the same to happen again.
You don't know that history will repeat itself. Besides, you said your aunt thought like you. This could honor her memory, get you answers about Slytherin and Sebastian answers for Anne. Your aunt pursued this alone. We could do it together.
I see what you've done here, and I confess, you've convinced me. I didn't think it possible. Very well. I shall tell you what I know. Fetch Sebastian, I'll wait. I hope we don't regret this.
Sebastian, over here.
These braziers grant access to the Scriptorium.
Now you'll share? Something's happening.
I hope we're ready for this.
Well, that was easy. He
Dark,
immediately knew
ominous
that
corridors.
Sebastian had
My
set this
favourite.
up.
Lumos.
No comment.
Come on, that was a good one. Looks like a locked door. We may want to look around.
Noctua Gaunt's note 01 of 05. I must prove my point. We do not need to use the dark arts as my family instructs. When I reach the Scriptorium, I will find evidence that there's more to Salazar Slytherin than we realize. I have written to my brother. He now knows how I access the corridor's entrance and that there's no straight path to reach the Scriptorium. It's a maze with many challenges to solve. I hope that my brother will follow my lead and we can study our ancestors' legacy together. Noctua Gaunt.
A journal entry. Signed by Noctua Gaunt.
Gaunt? Ominous. Well, he was here.
Reparo. She was my aunt.
The rubble formed a relief of a person facing a snake.
That must be the voice I hear.
Lumos.
Oh, is he hearing snake speak? What's his name? Parseltongue. Okay, that's pretty cool.
The voice is ancient, sinister.
You hear a voice.
It started when you repaired that relief. I hear a whisper saying, "Speak to me." I'm a parcel mouth. I can hear and speak to snakes. Nearly all known parcel mouths are descended from Salazar Slytherin.
I'd like to be able to talk to snakes.
You might not want the ability to speak Parseltongue. It's often associated with dark wizards. I haven't spoken it in ages, but I'd wager if I speak it now, the door will open. I'm hoping you're having second thoughts.
Believe me, I am having thoughts, but I'm still convinced we should go ahead.
It's ironic. When I left home, I vowed to leave the dark arts behind, and yet here I am. Stand back. I can't believe I'm doing this.
It worked! Ominous, you possess a rare ability indeed.
Between the two of you, I'm starting to feel left out.
Okay, I like how that door opened.
Never mind.
What's this here?
No clear way forward.
Like a maze. Salazar Slytherin most likely wanted this to be difficult to solve.
Confringo!
The door we came from, it's closed. And there's more than one gate ahead.
Then look closely at each gate for clues.
Revelio!
Okay, so sort of moon and snake.
The dial requires focus.
Aunt Noctua said the same. It may take practice to solve it.
So that and then snake. There we go. Alright.
Matching the symbols did open it.
Was about to do that myself.
Revelio!
First. Nice work.
Lumos!
I failed the dial and it struck my face as if it were a real serpent, but I must find a way forward for my family's sake. We should not require children to conform to old traditions. The Scriptorium must have proof that there's more to our legacy than meets the eye. Noctua Gaunt.
Ominous. Your aunt wanted to change your family's traditions.
She did, and she was my favorite person in the world for it.
Well, where's the clue for this lock? It sits on the other side. See if it isn't there.
Lumos! Confringo!
Salazar Slytherin buried the Scriptorium deep within Hogwarts. I'm afraid I shall lose my way around these dark corridors. I am a descendant and yet I feel unwelcome. Lighting these braziers in the corridor is helping. I shan't lose heart. Challenge by challenge, I'll make my way through. Noctua
This
Gaunt.
journal entry, it mentions getting lost and being unwelcome. Revelio!
Okay, so we got 2 locks and 1 gate. So which one opens this gate? Maybe that one there. So
Lumos!
this looks like, I don't know, a bull head or cow head or something, and a weird triangle handles then. Okay, let's give that a try.
Another welcoming sort, wasn't it?
Okay, so that one. Weird
Dial seems
oh
to be
crap.
getting more difficult, but we've made it this far. Don't give up.
It did attack me. I wasn't fast enough. Is it not that one?
I imagine
Okay,
the
it's not that
speeds
one.
vary and symbols differ for every dial.
Okay, so let's try the other door then. I mean, the other dial for that.
Lumos.
Double check here, it is at 1. Okay, let's try this.
Another gate.
Seems Slytherin like to play games.
Must run in the family.
Look in a mirror, Sebastian.
There we go.
That sounded promising.
Another dial solved.
Impressive. Nice work.
Extraordinary. This journey is painful but rewarding. I shall soon find the Scriptorium and discover untold secrets regarding our house founder. Salazar Slytherin intended more than what we've become. I know it.
Noctua
Noctua
references
Gaunt.
painful and arduous challenges, but also rewards.
Painful. That's the part I'm wary of.
All I heard was rewards.
Okay, so fish then and pyramid then. Is there anything in here? There's a chest here.
Revelio.
Search each corridor. It may
Lumos.
not be obvious which leads where.
Okay, so let's go back through here. And it was fish head and pyramid, I think. Okay. There we go.
Excellent work. We're another step closer to the Scriptorium.
No, not through here. Through the other gate.
I spotted something ahead. It's
Revelio.
troubling.
This whole place is troubling, but for my aunt's sake, we cannot stop now.
The gate! I think we're locked in. Again.
Then Salazar Slytherin is not yet finished with us.
Crucio is written on the floor. I've lost hope. I'm locked in. I heard a scream and saw the tortured faces. The only way forward is with an unforgivable curse. Even if I wanted to cast it, I have no one upon whom to do so. Salazar Slytherin created a malicious challenge indeed. In my last correspondence to my brother, I'd invited him here. Now, if he looks for me here alone, I'll have led him to his death. Despite our differences, I wish him no ill. I wish we had parted on better terms. Noctua Gaunt.
Ominis. Her skeleton. And Noctua's last journal entry. She mentions being trapped here, blocked by an unforgivable curse.
This is where she died. This is where we'll die. I shouldn't have listened to either of you.
Ominis, I'm truly sorry about your aunt. But I know what to do. It's going to be difficult.
You said you know what to do.
Tortured faces on the door, and Crucio is etched into the stone. My guess is if we cast the Cruciatus curse, the door will open. That's why Noctua died. She had no one to cast the curse on. Ominis has the most experience with this. He should cast it. You seem to be in Ominis's favor. Will you ask him about this?
He does seem a bit cross with you. I'll speak with him.
Good. Work your magic, so to speak. Wish we had some liquid luck.
All of this could have been avoided.
Ominis, I hadn't imagined we'd end up trapped like this.
Salazar Slytherin did. He's to blame for many unimaginable things. I overheard you and Sebastian, and I won't do it. The Cruciatus curse is pure torture. I would know.
Sebastian told me a little of what happened when you were young. Sounds as if you had no choice.
Should have known he would have told you. And one always has a choice. I'm as guilty as the worst of my family. Unforgivable curses won't work unless you really mean them. I had to want to cause pain, and for that I shall never forgive myself. That spell's the reason I have no family left. You and Sebastian will need to sort out another solution. If you cast Crucio, you will regret it forever.
Well, I do plan to learn all the spells, so...
What do we do now? Ominis is not going to cast the Cruciatus curse again.
Ridiculous. As if dying in here is a better option than casting a damned spell. It's up to us. I can teach you Crucio, or I can cast it on you.
Wait, you didn't say you knew how to cast Crucio?
Because I'm not sure I do. Ominis knows that, yet he's left us no choice. I don't yearn to follow in Noctua Gaunt's footsteps. I think I can cast it if I have to.
I want to learn the curse, but I won't cast it on you. You need to cast it on me.
I shan't forget this.
Okay, first unforgivable curse.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Are you all right?
That pain, it was excruciating. But I'll survive. Let's keep moving.
We made it. We found Salazar Slytherin's Scriptorium.
I can't believe we're here.
Revelio.
Salazar Slytherin Scriptorium, a secret and well-protected room beneath Hogwarts where Salazar Slytherin appears to have spent time making various long-term plans with respect to the student population and reflecting on disagreements he had with the other founders. So did he make this before his secret chamber?
Sebastian, Ominis. There's a book just here.
You found something.
You two go ahead. Let me know what's in it. I'll wander around a bit.
May I have a look?
I fear we shall never come to an accord. I cannot persuade even one of them to listen to reason. I had dared hope that Godric's thoughts were aligned with my own, that he understood why the Caliber students needed to be exceptional. But he has fallen prey to the ridiculous notion that Muggleborns are somehow as capable as purebloods. He was furious when I expressed my displeasure at his thoughts on the matter, thoughts he had not yet put voice to. I tire of the discord and can no longer bear witness to the corridors full of inept children masquerading as witches and wizards. It is with heavy heart that I now know I must go from here. I shall place the creature into a deep sleep in its chamber until it can be awakened by one who shares my views. A descendant willing to reverse the damage that the others have so carelessly wrought. One who shall rid the school of those unworthy of Hogwarts that would serve only to stain my legacy. Okay. Well, that puts to rest the theory that he placed the basilisk to protect the school from outsiders and muggles, but he actually did place it in the school to kill off any muggleborns. Okay, so he was a pure-blooded bigot through and through, not just misunderstood, as a lot of people, or some people try and claim. Let's get the loot before we move on.
What do you think?
Looks like a spellbook of some kind. This is incredible. A Hogwarts founder's possession. What an honor. Still can't believe Ominis never told me about his aunt and what she found.
What will you do with Slytherin's spellbook?
What I do with every book. Read it. Having professors as parents ingrained that habit early on. But I can do that later. For now, I say we explore this room. It's breathtaking.
I've been getting an uneasy feeling about this place. shouldn't linger here. Let's find a way out, please.
I don't want to leave, but I owe you. Both of you. Without both of you, we'd never have made it this far.
We were lucky. We could have died. We must swear never to do this again.
Of course, there's a secret passageway.
I see a way out.
Best news I've heard all day.
Ominis, about your aunt.
Please, Sebastian. I meant what I said before. We swear, right now, never to engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
Understood. I'm truly sorry about your aunt, Ominis.
I suppose after all this, I am grateful to know what happened to her. Thank you.
Okay, that's that quest sorted out. Page over here. Kelpie statue. The statue depicts the Kelpie, a shape-shifting water demon native to Ireland and Great Britain, which usually takes the form of a long-maned horse. The largest Kelpie ever reported is the Loch Ness monster in Scotland. I'll be honest, I always thought Kelpie was like a Japanese yokai demon thing. But that just might be me misremembering stuff. Okay, so let's actually head off to do a more minor quest line, seeing as that's a relationship one. So let's do the speaking to Deek in the room of requirement. See what he wants our help with. There's another one out there as well. Okay. Now let's go secret rooms and then room of requirements. Let's just pick up all the stuff I have going on. Nothing good enough, so let's just pick up our plants and then speak to Deek. Okay, there we go.
Hello, Deek. You wanted to talk to me?
Indeed. Deek thought you might want to learn how to build a breeding pen so that you can breed beasts.
That sounds like a very good idea.
Rescuing and breeding beasts go hand in hand. Young beasts are particularly vulnerable to poachers. Breeding beasts here in the room will allow us to keep the younger ones safe.
I see. What do I need to do?
First, bring a pair of beasts to the room. One male, one female. Deek suggests rescuing Thestrals, as they're at great risk from poachers. Noble creatures, but their relationship with death gives them a bad reputation. They're prized by poachers for their tail hairs.
I've seen Thestrals before, but where would I find a pair of them nearby?
Deek has seen some wild Thestrals not too far from the Hogwarts grounds. Then you'll need to purchase a spellcraft for the pen from Tomes and Scrolls and gather the materials it requires. Once you've rescued the Thestrals and you have the spellcraft, you come and find Deek.
Okay. Let's swap out with these guys here as we're not doing dark arts cosplay anymore. So let's put something more adventurous on. So let's go with leather winter cloak here. It is winter outside, so that should be fun. And then Yeah, that goes pretty well. What, this one? Or the same, just red coat, and then swap out the gloves. There we go. Give him a scarf. It's quite a bulky one. Let's swap that off for something not as big. Maybe you want something more like that. No, that one goes better. Okay. Any interesting hats? No. Nope. Nothing too out there. Okay, let's go off to the map, then Hogsmeade, and then travel here, and let's pop into the Quidditch place, see if they have the next broom upgrade, and then pick up the breeding pen
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
upgrade as well.
You're back! Nice to see you again.
Okay, it doesn't look like we have upgrade just yet.
Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Okay, then let's go to Tomes and Scrolls to pick up the spellcraft.
Let's look at what we have, shall we?
Breeding pen spellcraft for
Nothing like
1,000
finding
galleons.
just the right thing, is there?
Okay, now we need to rescue a male Thestral. Got to leave Hogsmeade to start flight first. Maybe we should fast forward somewhere closer, so we don't spend so long traveling. So we can try and do more in our limited time.
What are you up to now?
Okay, we've got a whole bunch of Thestrals here, a whole full herd. Oh jeez, I did not realize I would just take off and fly away. Okay, that was a
No,
mistake.
You don't.
Okay, now that I'm far enough away, they have come back.
Levioso. Now I can conjure a breeding pen in the room. Best get back to Deek
All right.
with the Thestrals.
Was relatively painless. Let's go back to the room of requirement.
I've rescued the Thestrals and bought the spellcraft for the pen.
Excellent. Now, to breed your Thestrals, simply release them into the same vivarium in which you conjure the pen. Then use the pen to start the process. Come and see Deek when you're finished.
I shall. I wonder where I should conjure their pen.
Well, with a Thestral. Okay. Is there a new spot opening up? And looks like it. Another expansion to the room of requirement. Oh, swamp. Okay, yes, gonna put the Thestral in there. That means I need to go to the other one to pick him up. Or her up. I think the other one's a female.
Deek never grows tired of the room's surprises. We now have the perfect place for those Thestrals. Please let Deek know once you've bred them.
Will do. Let's just go pick him up first. And all the others flee. Let's get some ingredients while I'm here. Okay, let's head off to the swamp area now. Honestly, wasn't expecting another upgrade to the room requirement. Okay, let's get the Thestrals out. And then swap this for conjuration.
I've been studying
And then we
Salazar
want
Slytherin's spellbook. Meet me in the Undercroft. I found something.
Okay, and then you just give them a feeding pin as well. Nope, nope, no, not what I was trying to do. Here we go. And now I need to do something here. Interact with it. You can breed offspring for any species where you have a male and female actives. The Thestral is aborted when equine breeds that is only visible to those who are seeing deaths. So it gets a little bubba going. Breed unique beast, 1 out of 10. Oh, so it's a new challenge for the room requirement. Okay. After this, let's go speak to... Oh, he has to wade through the water to enter and exit. That's pretty cool. Let's speak to Deek and then go rejoin Sebastian.
Could you remind me what I'm to do with...
Release them. Then use the pen to start the process.
Pretty sure that's what I did. Oh, it's got a 30-minute waiting time. So I'll probably have to wait for that before I speak to Deek again. Got space to fly inside here. That's cool. Okay, then let's carry on with Sebastian then. Change back into our dark arts clothes. Okay, probably be fast travel to wherever he is. So quests, Shadow of the Discovery, track quest, locate on map, so he's in the Undercroft. So, yeah, Bow Tower Courtyard maybe? Still nighttime by the looks of things. There's those golden statues that piss each other off. Yep, here it goes. I love that sassy back kick he does. And then the other one keeps on humming. They really do deserve each other. Okay, looks like I definitely chose the wrong flu point, but oh well.
Oh, hello.
142
I wonder if this was still around during Harry Potter's, because I don't think it was ever mentioned. Maybe Dumbledore sealed it off or something, because he doesn't like people practicing the dark arts.
You'll never believe what I've learned.
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the Scriptorium?
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the Scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
It was hard to do, but casting Crucio was our only option.
And I'm glad we did it, because in the spellbook I also found something else. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominis. He wouldn't understand.
We need to tell him. He's the reason we found the book, and he deserves to know what you've learned.
You've seen how he frets about the dark arts. I promise I'll tell him when I found the relic. When I know more, I shall send an owl. And don't feel sorry for Ominis. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Ominis, we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominis. I'll be on my way.
I'm starting to get worried about Sebastian. He's definitely going to end up going off the deep end.
I am not letting this go.
Ominis, Sebastian meant well.
I appreciate you telling Sebastian not to keep this from me, but going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
I knew his parents died, but I never heard what happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library. Noses buried in books. Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash and ran downstairs, but it was too late. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with an undetectable toxin. Sebastian and Anne were helpless. They had no magic yet.
What a horrible story.
It is. That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I cannot lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spellbook.
Some references Sebastian mentioned in the book do worry me.
I'm glad you understand. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further. But if you think he might, please let me know. It would mean a lot.
Okay. I thought Sebastian was about to go back in. Okay, let's pass down, see if that will move his quest along a bit. Looks like it's not, so let's go into normal adventuring garb and that's his sort of wintry cloak, so let's put that on. Yeah. And then go speak to do one of these side quests in the castle. Okay, so outside the Charms Classroom.
Your brain doesn't fill up.
You're entitled to your opinion. Doesn't mean I'm obliged to agree.
Can I help you?
I believe you can. I'm Sophronia, by the way, and I need help from someone who's at least a 5th year. Are you familiar with Herodiana Byrne? Don't answer that. Of course you're not. No one seems to know of her but me. She's only the single greatest Depulso master of all time. Even taught at Hogwarts, briefly.
How interesting. I'm amazed I've never heard of her.
It's a travesty she's not more well known. I often read about great witches in my limited free time. There are many. Whilst reading about her, I learned that she built a secret Depulso training room here at Hogwarts. But in typical clever Herodiana fashion, one cannot access it unless one knows Depulso, which of course, 3rd years aren't taught.
And you're a 3rd year, so...
Quick one, aren't you? According to what I've read, her signature outfit may still be there. I would love to see it. Would you get Herodiana's signature outfit and show it to me?
How did Herodiana Byrne become famous by casting Depulso?
She once saved orphans from a wild Graphorn by banishing it over Stonehenge. That's on Salisbury Plain. She once banished a meddlesome dark wizard all the way to Durmstrang while she was in the Alps. That one may have been exaggerated. Lots of the stories about her certainly aren't.
Sounds sort of similar to Lockhart's claim to
What
fame.
ended up happening to Herodiana Byrne?
In her later years, she taught at Hogwarts, but only for a short while. Just long enough to build a secret hall, it appears. Then one day, she just disappeared. Some say she actually banished herself. No one knows for sure.
If you tell me where to go, I'll see what I can do about it.
Simply go to the Hall of Herodiana. It's at the base of the Defense Against the Dark Arts Tower. There, you'll find a series of Depulso puzzles concealing pieces of Herodiana's ensemble.
Very well. I shall let you know if I find anything.
I can't wait
looks like
to
you've got
see Herodiana's famous ensemble. Perhaps I'll make myself a copy.
Looks like we've got a...
Suppose I should look for that secret hall Sophronia told me about. It does sound interesting.
an outfit to look out for. Let's just put the post on the list. A lot of stairs to go through. Okay. Oh, that is cool. I like
This
that.
must be the entrance to the Hall of Herodiana. The Hall of Herodiana. Better go inside and find those puzzles.
Well, I think this is enough for one episode. I'll continue on here from here in the next one. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you next one. Cheers for now.